In this section, we'll be focusing on how to add a support to your compressed model. Now, to get started, we will have to have the main shell body created for our model. And what I want to do first is just show you how we can either create our supports either from the quick design menu here on the right, or we can go up to the support menu here at the top. Now, for our vertical vessel, we'll be able to add either legs, lugs, or a ring girder, as well as a support skirt. You will be able to include shipping saddles as well for those vertical vessels. Now, for a horizontal vessel, you'll be able to add in saddles. If I do add in a saddle to this example here, you'll notice that the model will automatically change to a horizontal orientation. Now, to edit the saddles, all we have to do is double click, and from here you can make changes to the main location of the saddles, and then down here at the bottom we can include a wear plate, or we can also look for some standard saddle details. Now, these will be coming from the PIP standard. You can create your own saddle details here as well to save for later. On the next page, we'll be adding in the details to our saddles. So we'll be able to add information such as the web thickness or the web location, whether it's at the center or the edge, as well as the number of ribs. Down below, we'll be able to edit our bolting information. So if we know which end we want to be slotted, we can change that value here. Additionally, if you do want to consider the shipping loads on these saddles, you can select this option here. And this will allow you to apply acceleration factors for different types of transportation. Of course, you can go in and edit these acceleration factors as well. Additionally, I just want to point out that if you have a stiffener ring that is attached to the saddle, you can add them here. This will be separate from the stiffener rings that you can add from the quick design menu. Alright, so I actually want to add in a skirt for this vessel here. So I'm going to go and delete my supports, and then I'm going to switch this to a vertical vessel where I can then select my skirt. And from there, I'll be entering in the outer diameter of the bottom of the skirt, or the free end. Then I can select the length of my skirt here. And now if I want to make any changes, such as to the base plate, all I have to do is zoom in, click the base plate, and then I can make changes here. So we have different configurations that you can choose from. On the next page, we'll be able to enter in more dimensions for our base plate configuration, such as thicknesses, the number of bolts, and the bolt sizes. Again, we do have some standard base plate details that you can use, or you can create your own details to save for later. Now, if I want to make any changes to the skirt cylinder, I can select that component, and then from this menu, I can either change the thickness of my skirt cylinder, or I can even add an opening for my nozzle that's going to be passing through my skirt. So here I can select the type of opening that I have, and that will be updated in the image to the right. I can also select the location. And if I have a nozzle that is passing through the skirt, I can actually use that to automatically align the position of my opening. All I'll have to do is go down to the bottom and select the size of pipe that's used for this skirt opening. So I can select a 10-inch Schedule 5, and that will grab the outer diameter and thickness for me, and then click Next. Here you'll be able to adjust information such as your weld size, or if you have a reinforcing pad, you'll be able to add those dimensions as well. Now, if you need to come back and edit later, you can always edit a skirt opening or add an additional opening. I'm going to click OK, and now we'll be able to see our skirt opening for this nozzle. And if we want to see this in a little more detail, we can also use the solid model view here. And this will give us a better look at what the opening will look like. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my regular view here and reset my camera. And that's all it takes to create our supports.